Barbara is my character's name. She is probably she's a tough, sexy, supposedly sexy, bar saloon owner in this very macho town of Talkeetna in Alaska. And I think that for the most part, she's just coped with the loss of Lucy, her good friend, which is also plays Ted's mother. And I think that she's in the time of her life where she's happy where she is, but I think she's ready to move to the next level, which could be the nesting level. And so when she encounters Ted's character, which is the first time that you encounter my character, I think you'll see that that's where I think she didn't maybe realize that she was hungering for that kind of companionship. And that's where Barbara's character starts off from.
And then what ensues?
What ensues is she plays an integral part in the sense that she is the link to Ted's past. So she, I think that Barbara makes sure that he goes the right direction without necessarily spelling things out for him, in light of the fact that it is still a very delicate and sensitive situation, that he's looking for his what is it called, his identity and a little bit of his history and why all these questions. So she didn't want to come in too heavy-handed, and I think that role is pretty good. And from there, they blossom. The relationship blossoms, and I think he appreciates the fact that she was helpful but not too heavy-handed.
And sparks? Are there sparks?
Oh yeah, there's some serious sparks going on, folks. Yeah, there's an immediate attraction also because she was so close to Ted's birth mother, Lucy, and I think that she sees Lucy's traits in Ted, even though he was not raised by Lucy, and it kind of fills that void because she lost a friend, but she could have a whole new level of a relationship with Ted, and so they definitely do have some sparks going on in there. You gotta have sparks in a movie. I think.
What was the process of getting the role? Did you audition, or how did it work?
It was a very straightforward LA actress amongst the many fishes swimming in the big sea, and then one of them got hooked. That was me. Yeah, no, my agency just basically, they got me the audition, and they said, the interesting thing was they said that this particular production, specifically, they were looking for unknown ethnic actresses, and that really, I was like, oh my God, I'm unknown, I'm ethnic, bring me on. So it was pretty exciting because you knew that that's what they were looking for, and so you didn't have to. I mean, it was just that much more of a challenge and excitement, and so that's when we finally got down to the last 5 and the last 3, and then I got it. I was very ecstatic.
So what ethnicity do you play? Do you play Inuit? Do you play Eskimo? What do you play?
I think, well, they never actually, because if they never actually specified, they kind of just left it open, because even what was Lucy doing up in Alaska? So I think they just said that you don't have to be an Eskimo or a native Indian to be up there, living there. So I think they just kind of just chose me because I could be anything. Or I could have been transplanted from somewhere. Or maybe I was from the Philippines and I moved there because I wanted to get cold. Who knows? Use your imagination.
Where do you come from?
Where do I come from? Who, Joanna or Barb?
Joanna.
I was in character. Joanna I'm from the Philippines.
And how did you like working in the snow, Joanna?
Well, see, I grew up in Toronto, Canada, and I moved there when I was 8 years old. So I'm actually very snow acclimated. Does that make any sense? And I love snow. And the more snow, the better. And that's why when we were filming in Alberta, which is, beautiful Rocky Mountain, oh, amazing. It was just, there was a lot of snow, but it was very mild that winter. So it was actually very beautiful. I wasn't cold at all. It was hot. It was nice, except for Cuba, because he's a California boy. I was like, yeah, okay, Cuba. It's not that cold, but I think once you get used to it, it's pretty fun.
Did you have to partake in any of the training sessions that they did with the dogs and stuff?
Oh, definitely. We went to 2 days of mushing school. Was it 2 days? Oh, maybe 1 day for me, 2 days for them. And so the dogs took me, and went snowmobiling. That was so much fun. And because the dogs, you had to bond with them, and otherwise, because the dogs have this wild streak to them, you can see it in their eyes. And as soon as you got to know them, then you just realize you just have to respect them, and they definitely respected each other. And then we got comfortable, and they each had their individual trainers, and so it was pretty organized.
In the film, Demon is the alpha dog.
Yes.
Was he also? Is he also the alpha dog, or is there an alpha dog on this set, or?
Yes, there was, and I think Demon was the alpha dog. Demon, who plays Demon, was also the alpha dog. I forgot what Demon's real name is. Oops, because we referred to them by the character names, because that's what they would listen to. Yeah, there was actually I think there was a couple, because what the dogs would do is there was a certain hierarchy, and if any of them started fooling around, then the two alpha dogs or whatever or Demon would turn around and keep them in line, like as if they watch it, and then they would behave themselves. So it was pretty interesting watching that, because they actually listened to each other.